So you're tired of seeing no progress in your fitness journey at all. You know what body weight exercises to do, but you're just not seeing any progress at all. So you try searching for solutions on the internet, but all of these fitness influencers are telling you, oh, do 3 sets of 8, do 3 sets of 10. And you know deep down that is not working for you at all. At first, when you started your fitness journey, you followed that advice of 3 sets of 10 and 3 sets of 12, or 4 sets of 4, or 5 sets of 5, and it was working for that time. But you're at a stage now where you're starting to plateau and it honestly sucks. Well, don't worry, I got you. The methods that I'm going to be showing you later in this video is what helped me break out of my plateau and has helped me get into even better shape training at home. Side note, if you would like to achieve an aesthetic physique at home and get swole at home, check the link in the description box down below and let's get started. You need to stop treating calisthenic exercises as if they're weightlifting exercises because, side note, they're not weightlifting exercises. The reason I say this is with weightlifting exercises, it's very easy to add resistance. With body weight exercises, it's not that easy. You're using your body weight. And the way that you hit a hypertrophic stimulus with body weight exercises is to do a shit ton of reps. This is unlike weightlifting. With calisthenics, you're going to want to go for endurance style, street style type of movement. That's the form that you're going to want to follow with high rep calisthenics. So let's say you're doing push-ups for an example. When you're going for your push-up, you never really want to fully extend your push-up. You want to keep it at a halfway point. That way, you can keep your muscles under tension, and especially your chest if you're doing regular push-ups. But how do you actually program this into your workouts? Well, you do something called down workouts. Down workouts are basically a training method where you do a certain amount of reps till you hit the number one with short rests in between. Let's say we're doing regular push-ups like I was saying before with the street style form that I mentioned, because that is essential to building crazy muscle with calisthenics. So you have that form in mind that I just talked about earlier. So, like I said, you want to do a certain amount of reps down to one. Let's say your maximum push-ups is 20 push-ups. All right. The first round, you're going to want to go up to 20. The next round, you're going to want to go to 19. The third round, you want to go to 18. You get my point. You go all the way down to 1. You add that all up, you have like over 250 plus push-ups in that workout. Crazy, right? And that's you doing high rep calisthenics. But you may have a question. CJ, what is the rest time? What's the optimal rest time for me to do the down workouts, Crazy? Well, you're going to want to rest for 30 seconds. The point of you doing these down workouts is to not rest like you're lifting some heavy ass weights, bruh. You're going to want to have a very short rest time. Remember what I said about it being endurance style? This is exactly my point. Have very short rest times. If 30 seconds is a bit too short, a good rule of thumb for you would be to rest at 1 minute at the maximum. At the lowest, you're going to want to rest at 30 seconds. It's as simple as that. Now, can you apply this with other bodyweight exercises? Well, duh. If you want to do this with pull-ups or chin-ups, maximum, let's say, you can do a 6. But for pull-ups, since it's more demanding on your back and your muscles, and it's not as quick-paced as a push-up, and you want to have a full ROM, which is range of motion, with pull-ups, you're going to want to rest for 1 minute in between your pull-ups at the maximum, at least. You'll make insane back gains. Trust me, I've made insane back gains. The way you would program it is the same how you do with push-ups. Only thing is you'll have a longer rest time. That being 1 minute, and then you just go down to 1. It's as simple as that. You can start adding this to whatever split. You can add it to your push routine, your upper routine, your upper lower routine, your full body routine. And what I would recommend is first starting off with your down workout, push-ups or chin-ups. At the very beginning of your workouts, let's say you're doing push-ups, you are going to get to a point where it is going to be easy. So what I would recommend is have 2 chest exercises. Let's say you have access to dips or dumbbells. You want to start off with the dips or dumbbells, and then at the end, instead of you doing like 25 push-ups down the one, just do 20, because your chest is going to be fatigued at that point, and your push-ups can act as a way of you maxing out your chest. You get what I'm saying? With pull-ups, I wouldn't recommend putting it at the end of your workouts. I would still recommend it putting it at the start of your workouts, depending if whether or not you're doing upper, lower, push-pull legs, or full body. The next principle that I want to talk about that will help you make even more gains is doing something called lean bulking. Forget about everything you know about bulking from the fitness industry, unless you've watched some of my videos. Lean bulking is basically you going on a slight caloric surplus. So what does this look like practically? Let's say your maintenance is 2,300 calories. You can find out your calories for your body weight online or right now by going on a body weight calculator. You just type in your stats. Let's say you're 5'7", you weigh 150, you're scrawny as fuck, and then you'll find out your maintenance. So go do that right now. But back to my example. Let's say your maintenance is 2,300 calories. You're going to want to add plus 200 to that. You do not want to be adding too much calories to your caloric surpluses and your bulks, because you are going to be gaining fat. And that's not the goal. We want something that is sustainable in the long run, and we do that with lean bulking. Now, there are 2 diet rules that help me with lean bulking even further. The first rule is, if you cannot name at least 5 of the ingredients on, the labeling of the product of food that you're going to want to buy, don't fucking eat it. Simple as that. If you can't name at least 5, you don't know what you're putting in your body at that point. The second rule is don't eat over 20 grams sugar. It's as simple as that. Now, a bonus tip that I'd like to give you on your lean bulks, whenever you're having supper or lunch, or breakfast even, ask for a spoonful extra. You're going to want to eat, till you're satiated, but you're going to want to eat a little bit more. You know when you feel full and you feel like you can't eat another spoon, just eat 1 big spoonful extra of food. It's as simple as that. Listening to my advice will help you build a lot of muscle training at home. But if you want a 2x your progress, click the link in the description box down below and join my Swole at Home program. Your fitness journey and your gains will skyrocket even more. I go into way more depth than I do in these videos in my course, and it has all of my knowledge distilled into one program that will help you get into the best shape of your life training at home and help you get the aesthetic physique training at home without having to pay a gym membership fee. If you're interested in that, click the link in the description box down below. The price will be increasing. The price currently is $20 as a one-time payment. After you pay the $20, you have it for life basically, and I don't want you to miss out. Click the link in the description box down below. That's it for today's video. Like and subscribe. It helps me as a small content creator. And comment down what problems you're having on your fitness journey training at home, and I'll make a video trying my best to solve that problem, if that makes sense. That's it for today's video. God bless.